Tonight, from SoFi Stadium in Inglewood, California, it's Week 2 of the NFL on EA Sports. It's the Los Angeles Rams taking on the Dallas Cowboys.
We are pleased as always to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Tonight we've got a great Sunday night matchup between the Dallas Cowboys and the Los Angeles Rams. Along with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. And Charles, you look at this Rams team as they interplay. They were winners last time out, so they'll be looking, Charles, to make it. Two teams here, each off to 1-0 starts as this one is underway on EA Sports. Taking it about the 1. And he won't quite make it to the 25. Now whistles, and we've got a man down. A man down here following the kickoff. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. On first down, it's Stafford. And he will go down. A Cowboys sack. Micah Parsons able to run him down for a loss of 12 that time. How about the defense there trying to set the tone on the very first play of the game?
Yeah, there's a little bit of a glow here tonight because they brought the heat right out of the gate. What a good job establishing a tone for this one.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now second down and 22 yards to go. From the gun, here's Stafford. Got a man open. It's Tyler Higbee. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down. A shotgun snap for Stafford. That's into the hands of Akers, complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A big connection on that one. 32 yards.
Things are looking pretty darn good on this first drive, aren't they? Came right out, set the tone, this time with a big pass play.
And if the peek behind the curtain that they gave us or their game plan, I don't think that's going to be the last one we see.
I think you're exactly right about that.
The big play has them all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Stafford. Incomplete. Well, this defense for the Cowboys, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
Stafford hooking up with Akers. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. Here's the first carry of the game for Cam Akers. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. Defense had a chance to get off the field here on the opening drive, couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important 3rd down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
Stafford on first down. He'll get this complete to Cooper Kupp. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. Stafford going to give this to Akers. And this will be play number 8 of the opening drive. It's 3rd and short. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
From the red zone now, Stafford. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And the Rams are going to have a 1st and goal as he's taken down at about the 8-yard line.
And oftentimes we think about statement drives in the second halves of games, especially in the 4th quarter. But here, it's happening early, a definite statement. They've held on to the ball for a healthy portion of this 1st quarter already. And now after that completion, they're set up 1st and goal.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete. Nothing on 1st down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, 2nd and goal. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a 3rd and goal. Can this defense get the stop on the opening drive? Here's 3rd and goal. Here's Stafford. Quickly into the hands of Beckham. A 4-yard pickup, not enough. 4th down. And how about this first drive? They're being aggressive, slinging it around.
Really confident, too, because they're not trying to fool in the running plays, throwing it, and they're being very successful right now.
So now the Rams send out the field goal team here. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. Santos' kick is up and through. And the Rams have the first points here. It's 3-0. After the made field goal, Santos back out there to kick it away. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. So out come the Cowboys under head coach Mike McCarthy. And a look here at their go-to guy under center.
And this could be a whole lot of fun because if his game plan goes into effect early, we're going to see some shots downfield, aren't we? What did he talk to us about? Stretching the field. Wants to open things up for not just his receivers, but for anything underneath.
Well, that was the theme, the front page of the sports section. What did the columnist write? Possible air raid. So we'll see.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see how the coaches view that, right? What? Who gave away the game plan? I think it's pretty obvious, though. That'll help them win.
Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Now the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The numbers for Zeke from last week. 22 carries, 69 yards.
And I'm eager to see how they deploy him in this game. Last week, a heavy workload. Do they decide to bring that down a little bit and try and keep him fresh? Or do they say, guess what? He's locked in. Keep handing him the football.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. 2nd down. And he's certainly not a guy that drops that football very often.
Indeed, because that's a bit of a surprise. I know he's in the middle of some traffic and people, bodies all around him, but he usually has the focus to haul that one in.
On 2nd down now. It's Elliott, and give him about 5 as he gets this up to the 48-yard line.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
So 3rd and 5, defensively expecting pass. They've got 6 DBs out there. They're going to look to throw.
And oh, that nearly an opening drive INT, but it does fall incomplete. Not the way he wanted to start this ball game as it brings up 4th down.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. 36 yards on the punt with no return. And the Rams will be backed up deep to begin the drive as they take over 1st and 10. So the Rams coming back onto the field, their 2nd drive of the game. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. Back to throw, Stafford. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. On 1st and 10, Stafford.
And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Now Stafford.
Looks for Beckham again. This time he finds him.
And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. So a pretty early first quarter roughing the passer penalty.
Seems like the officials are going to let everyone know they're taking charge of this game. They're always going to protect the quarterback.
On 1st down, Stafford here. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34. The numbers for him from a week ago, 5 catches, 76 yards.
And I'd certainly expect them to use him quite a bit because he runs excellent routes, has good hands, and knows how to get open.
4 yards remain for 2nd down.
Throwing again at Stafford. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. So the screen good for only 2. Now it's 3rd down.
The key to any screen play is all in the deception. And that means everyone on the offensive side of the ball. But someone gave it up because that one wasn't very well concealed. And the defense able to rally to him and hold it for just a short gain.
Stafford looking to throw on 3rd and 1. And he gets the 1st down here as he's taken down at the 24. Gotta say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the 1st down.
They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10. Meanwhile, Stafford's throw pulled in by Robinson here.
5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Stafford. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete. Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. Stafford. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Malik Hooker. Taking it right down Broadway. The 40. Past the 20. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Cowboy defense has a touchdown. 3rd down, passing down. They throw the extra defensive back in there for a nickel package, and it worked out.
And it's not anything that you would think is just great strategy. It's just that when you have 5 defensive backs on the field and an obvious passing down, it's a lot tougher to complete a pass. And on that play, they completed it just to the wrong team, and it cost them 6 points.
Boswell good with the extra point, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Taking it about the 1. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. Now on the return here, we've got an injured player down there. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And following the pick six, and they had decent field position in throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told us they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. And he'll give it here to his running back. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Stafford now to throw. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down. Throwing on 3rd down. Stafford.
That's into the hands of Jacob Harris. And he is going to have a Rams 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That's a big gainer on that play, and from experience, I can tell you, that's where defensive backs will come into the huddle and say, guys, how about some pass rush? But you're going to say it nicely because those big guys up front, they don't like being criticized very much. Quarterbacks in this league, you know they'll pick you apart if you give them time like that to find receivers downfield.
Now a 1st down throw. Stafford. Open man is Higbee, the tight end.
7 yards to pick up there.
After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports.
Second and 3, and they trail 7-3, but getting close to changing that. And this defense hoping to limit them to a field goal to preserve the lead.
And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. Now after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
And they'll run on the inside handoff.
A little second effort there on the strong run. And then drop just inside of the 20. A good run, got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3. Now Stafford shoves him aside. Throw left side, complete to Cup. Only able to gain a couple there. And they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches. Here's Stafford. He finds his target, Beckham.
And he is going to have a Rams 1st down as that'll be a pickup of about 5 as they convert on 3rd and inches.
But we're used to seeing the guy that you consider the #1 receiver double covered. But how about this guy? He's double covered and finds a way to make the play for a 1st down.
That's how you increase your Madden rating, right?
No doubt about that at all. And you know something? I think we'll hear about that from him soon.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
To throw is Stafford. He'll be hit and taken down at the 21. It'll be a loss of 10. And it'll bring up 2nd.
Well, competition comes up in so many different ways. And right now, this unit, Their competition is who's going to get to the quarterback the most times. How about 5 sacks last week? We just saw their first one of this game.
So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done. And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves them back 5. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. Second down and long. Throwing is Stafford.
And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw.
And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on third down.
And Santos able to put this one up and through. It's good. And they'll get it back within a point at 7-6. So another good job defensively because they've allowed 3 trips into the red zone, but only the 2 field goals.
Yeah, that's the bend but don't break, isn't it? And they really didn't get broken at all because if you're running off the field having allowed 2 field goals and 3 trips in the red zone, you've actually come out ahead.
Yeah, flip it over to the other side. The offense, they'll hope to cash in for 6 next trip. So here are the Cowboys to take over. Last week, they got the victory against the San Francisco 49ers. They've got the lead in this one as well right now. They'll start the drive with Elliott. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
Man open, that's Deebo Samuel. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. And it's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
A first down carry by Elliott. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Got an open man. It's Washington. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down.
People worry about throwing the out route because often it can get jumped, and that can turn into either an incompletion or an interception. But not on that one. Everything came together, and he catches it and goes over the sideline.
That was a third and somewhat manageable, now not so manageable.
Exactly, because you had a play call on that you felt like, hey, this could go quick, and it doesn't take much to get it done. Now, you got to start thinking about a little bit of a deeper route type of a call, especially if you want to throw it.
And the throw there going to be incomplete. Out now comes the Cowboys punter as he'll kick it away for the second time. He'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line.
Cam Akers and the Rams offense ready to go back to work.
He's been good. They've utilized him well, but they're losing here in the second quarter. What might they change offensively?
I think that what you try and do is expand how you get the ball to him a little bit. Get him out in open space, maybe swing the ball to him. What's that they used to call it in the West Coast offense, the long handoff? Yeah. Serve as your running play that way, as well as continue to feed him the football. Some of these runs now may pop bigger later in the game because of the effects of running it. Sometimes people, after a while, they don't want to tackle him anymore, or they get tired, or they get out of position, or he runs through tackles. Continue to feed him the ball. He's having that kind of game.
Yeah, might they get him the ball in some space in some different ways here.
Stafford popping this forward. It's a jet sweep.
And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17.
This defense not fooled one bit on that touch pass.
And this has become one of those kind of in vogue plays, you know, kind of like the shuffle pass was a few years ago. This one never got off the ground, but you understand why a lot of teams are running it. These wide receivers, a lot of them, they run like running backs with the ball in their hands.
The Rams on third down. 6 conversions and 9 tries. They've done a great job of picking these up. This will be 3rd and 15. Stafford. And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line.
Osa Odighizuwa
Able to get him down for a loss of 11. And it brings up 4th down. Here's J.K. Scott now. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. Now after the punt on that play, we've got a man down on the field. We'll check on his status when we get back. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw.
That is caught by Lamb.
And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20.
And, partner, they're locked in man coverage out left, and they end up running a crossing route. Rounded it a little bit more than a slant. And he's just going to angle himself towards the right side of the field, and that's very difficult for a defender to shadow him across all that ground.
They go jet sweep. Washington with it. And a couple of yards as they move it from the 21 to the 19.
2nd and 8 coming from the 19.
He'll look to throw. Open man is Samuel, complete. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. Looking to throw. And it's caught. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1.
I'm trying to understand. I just can't. I'm trying to understand.
So they will accept the penalty and move forward. So the ball's moved to about the 1 after the penalty. 1st and goal. They'll set up a throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. James Washington, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. Good throw there, and I don't want to blow it too out of proportion, but he looks a lot more comfortable in his 2nd season.
You can tell he put the work in the offseason, and what I mean by that is understanding the playbook. Not just the plays and how to execute them, but how to do it against a variety of defenses. Also understands his team better, what they can and cannot do. You can see the confidence rising in him as he plays.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
And now let's look at the quarterback, Matthew Stafford, in our player spotlight. And I guess the question, Charles, is what's the formula for keeping him better protected? Because as we see, the protection, it struggled.
And normally what you get is renewed determination. When the big guy gets hit, that usually sparks people. Hey, we can't let this happen anymore. They take it personally. He's not supposed to be on the ground, but that hasn't been the case so far in this game. So maybe they've got to figure out how do they get rid of the ball faster to help out the offensive line so he doesn't get hit as much.
And we'll see if they can keep him off the ground now going forward.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down.
To throw on 2nd and 10. And the Cowboys pressure gets there this time for the sack.
Osa Odighizuwa.
His 2nd sack of the night. That's number 4. Sack number 4. They had 4 last week, so he's been down on the ground a lot.
Partner, they say the eye in the sky does not lie. And that's indeed the case because they watched the game tape from the previous week, incorporated it into their own defensive scheme, and continued to get after this quarterback.
And now this defense will be searching for sack number 5. 3rd and long. It's Stafford.
Yeah, this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
As this old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Here's J.K. Scott now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. That's pulled in at the 32. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And the Cowboys are going to take over in great position here with a 1st and 10. On 1st down, it's Elliott. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. He wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
On 2nd down, Elliott once more.
Zeke with a shake and bake. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25.
43 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point.
A tough run by Ezekiel Elliott, the 4th overall pick in the 2016 draft.
If you watch tape of him in college, you saw plenty of those runs because I know the highlights showed him in the open field breaking away from people, but that's how he wore down defenses, those exact type of runs.
Five yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
The tight end Jarwin with it out on the left side. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. The Cowboys on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Being chased out left. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds.
Now that's disappointing for the defense. They had the advantage, had excellent coverage all over the field, but they let him get away, scramble, and pick up a 1st down and inside the 5-yard line.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Someone moved, flag is out. That's going to be 5 yards.
And that'll drive coaches crazy. You work all week on dealing with loud crowds, on dealing with motion, and then you have a guy jump.
Now they nabbed the rookie there for the 5-yard penalty.
So much going through his head. You know it just has to be, right? All of his assignments and realizing every game he plays, one of the better players in the...
And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Cowboys will add on to their lead. Extra point now by Boswell. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-6. A drive that time of 6 plays, and it culminates in a touchdown run by Ezekiel Elliott. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
Taking it about the 1. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. Get a look at this offense led by Cooper Kupp as they make their way back onto the field.
You would have to think they're going to make it more of a priority to get him the football. You're losing here in the second quarter, and he's been really quiet.
I think all we have to do, and it's too bad we can't actually see the actual play sheet now from the coordinator, because he's looking down at that and saying, okay, do I put him in different spots? Do I try and isolate him? What routes do I run? You're exactly right. They've got to get the ball in his hands and get their offense kick-started.
He does have the 2 catches, but pretty quiet so far. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Now it's Stafford. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Back to throw. Stafford. And he will go down. A Cowboys sack. And it appears we've got a member of the Rams shaken up on that last play. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. Here's J.K. Scott now, standing right on his own 5-yard line. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. It's a return of 4 following a 42-yard punt, and the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Zeke and the Cowboys ready to begin their next drive. He's been effective so far, over the 40-yard mark here in the second quarter. Don't forget about those guys up front, though. They've been effective, too.
The leverage game has been in their favor. They've been the ones who've been able to bend their knees, drop their hips, and get a little bit lower than the guys on the other side of the football, and they've moved them out of the way for the runner.
Sometimes that's tough for those big fellas.
Not an easy thing for them to do.
He finds his target. It's Schultz. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37. Gain of 9.
And, Brandon, as you know, sometimes it's a lot tougher to run with these tight ends nowadays in the NFL. They're just bigger wide receivers. He lined up on the left side of the formation, ran a drag route across the field, and tried to work his way open. He was able to make the catch, but the defenders were there. Couldn't do a whole lot with it afterwards.
2nd and 1.
He'll get this out wide here to Elliott.
And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. Again, he'll drop to throw.
And that one off the mark behind him. Incomplete.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw again.
He'll get this to Elliott.
And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. He finds his man, complete. That's Schultz. Now here's a timeout as they're going to get it with 8 seconds remaining here in the first half.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Steps away to his left. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. So we have reached halftime here with the visiting Cowboys out on top. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and Charles in a minute. But first, time to give the folks at home a look at what's going on around the NFL. From there, we're off to check out another game. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a back-and-forth first half. Who can put it together in the second half? For the answer, we turn it back over to our broadcast team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thanks very much. Fine work as always as we welcome you back for quarter number 3.
The Cowboys will get the football first here, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in quarter 3.
And able to get this out to the 25.
Now whistles, and we've got a man down. A man down here following the kickoff. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in the second half?
Well, I like what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see 1 or 2 guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be licensed to take some shots downfield.
After the penalty, it's Elliott. And he'll get this up over the 25 to the 26.
Now it's 2nd and 9.
Back to throw here. His throw incomplete.
And there's a good opportunity that just went awry there. A drop pass. I guess that's why they call them running backs and not catching backs.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Back to throw. He finds his man, complete. That's Schultz.
And he will have a Cowboys first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now back to throw. He finds his man, complete. It's Schultz. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Back to throw again. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Out of the gun, it's Elliott. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw.
And that nearly the pick that they needed. He couldn't pull it in, though, and it's 4th down.
Out now comes the Cowboys punter as he's on to kick it away. And a fair catch called for and made at the 12-yard line. It'll wind up just a 35-yard punt, no return. And the offense will come back out deep in their own territory. Out come the Rams. They'll have it first here to begin the third quarter.
And their defense did its job by forcing the punt to start things out. And now, Charles, can the offense get in gear?
I think, partner, you can sense them saying, okay, the first half was theirs, but now let's get the momentum back on our side. We forced a punt. Now let's go downfield and score. If we do that, we'll be set up well for this second half.
Here's a run with Akers on second down.
And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. Now after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. While the traders take a look, we'll step aside. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Operating from the gun. Stafford. Man open is Robinson.
And he is going to have a Rams first down. They needed 4. He doubled that. He wound up getting 8.
Going old reliable there to the slot on third down.
And the slot position has become the bane of just about every defense's existence because how do you cover? Do you go with a bigger guy to try and use size? You got to try and go with a quicker guy and sometimes even get out quick there. Very difficult to match up with that slot receiver. That's why they keep going back to him.
And he's had the hot hand. On first down at Stafford. That's complete to his tight end, Higbee. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll check on his status when we get back. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
On the give, this is Akers.
And that one goes for about 6 as he's taken down just shy of the 45. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
Off the fake to Akers, here's Stafford.
Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. Third down.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Now out comes their leader and the captain of this offense back onto the field. He's been pretty solid, pretty consistent, just the one touchdown pass, but I think he's managed the game well, no?
I would agree with you, and that's what you're looking for out of your field leader, making sure that you're playing well and not making any big mistakes. Oftentimes, that's how you're judged. How big a mistake and when it occurs. No interception so far. They'll like that.
I just want you to know that you agreeing with me, that's going to get me through this 3rd and 4th quarter. Are you touched? He's patting his heart, boys and girls. He's touched.
Respect.
Now a throw here, hauled in. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. They'll run on first down. Elliott. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Now flags fly in, and one of the Cowboys looked like he got going a little early. Now Not easy being a rookie left tackle in this league, and there they got it for the penalty.
Not easy at all. Think about what you're dealing with every game you play. Ostensibly, the best pass rusher is over you on every snap. I'd be a little jumpy myself.
He had a great move, but he'll still be stopped shy of midfield. Now, after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. The Rams calling on their nickel set here defensively for third down. They'll drop to throw. That one complete to Elliott. Oh, and now some space to operate. And he is out of bounds inside the 35.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
On first down, it's Elliott. Pretty nice, aggressive run there before being brought down just inside of the 30. Now, after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Again, it's Elliott. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. This will be play number 8 here on the drive. It's 3rd and a yard. They'll try and run for it with Elliott. And Elliott trying to work his way forward, but it looks like he did not make it. He needed 2, he got 1, and that's going to leave him with 4th down and a yard.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game, and while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
And forthcoming, a field goal try for the Cowboys. From the left hash, it's a 42-yard attempt. Boswell's kick is good. And that will make this now an 18-point ball game. And right now, Charles, this is about building that lead little by little, and they're able to do just that.
And it gets them past the key number of 16, so this is now a 3-score lead. Not time to exhale just yet, but that might prove to be an important 3 points before things are said and done.
And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30. L.A. readies for its next possession.
These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Tackle there by Leighton Vander Esch.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Back to throw, Stafford.
They'll set up the screen here to Akers.
A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. So mark off the yardage for roughing the passer.
And I've seen this before. On a screen pass, not only are you rushing the passer, you're rushing him deeper than normal. And I think a little frustration kicks in at the end. You're going to hit him anyway when you shouldn't.
And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect.
On first down. They'll stay with Akers on the ground.
And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
From the shotgun, here's a give to Akers.
Working his way for a gain of 7 to the 26.
3 yards remain for second down.
A shotgun snap for Stafford. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Out of the gun, Stafford trying to get it to Robinson, and it's intercepted.
Picked up by Leighton Vander Esch. And the Cowboys are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 24-yard line. This defense, Charles, coming up with another interception. They have really done an excellent job of locking up these receivers.
Yeah, they're really on fire. They are actually doing what they talk about all the time, which is plastering to receivers when they're in their zones. They didn't give up a touchdown in the first half. Haven't done so here in this half either. Blanketed the field going all the way back to the opening drive, and they come up with a pick right there.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. He'll look to throw. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Another carry tonight for the workhorse Elliott. On the tackle, Tyrann Mathieu. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. They go to Elliott again. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. Now after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. The Cowboys on 3rd down. They're hitting at 60%, 6 out of 10 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. And that will be incomplete. Now comes the Cowboys punter as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. And great special teams work here. This is knocking on the door of the 5. They'll spot it at the 6-yard line. And for an offense that is struggling, this is not where you want to start from. Great punt.
Fantastic punt. And for all those who wonder, what do punters do during the course of practice each and every day? The best ones do what we just saw there. Work on positioning the football and helping their team.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. From the gun, here's Stafford. It's caught by OBJ. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Stafford now to throw. And able to find Higbee. It's complete.
And he is going to have a Rams first down. They needed 3. He doubled that. He got 6.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20.
Here's Stafford. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. Now Stafford.
Looking underneath, he's got Akers.
And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. To the air again, Stafford. And incomplete, a drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up 2nd down. On 2nd and 10, Stafford. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off at the 40. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line.
Well, offensively, Charles, hard to put a silver lining on this one. No secret that they had to take chances with a score where it is, and it leads to a turnover.
I love how you paint the picture, partner, because you're exactly right about that one. Look at the empty stairs on that sideline. This is one of those games where you just want to go crawl under a rock until it's over.
And now here come the Cowboys.
And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable 4th quarter lead.
They'll run on 1st down. Elliott down to about the 22 here.
94 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on.
2nd and 2.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
On 3rd down, Elliott. So he fought off the tackle, and that effort gives him the first before he's brought down.
At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
They'll set up to throw. And his throw is incomplete. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. A 20th carry here for Elliott. And he's heating up at the line of scrimmage. Might have gotten a yard down to the 16.
And that last carry puts him right at 100 yards for the game. So how has he done it? Because he's been patient, followed his blocks, let everything develop, and then burst through for big gains.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Elliott, and flags come in as he gets forward for about 3 yards. Let's check on the call.
Man, that ain't make no sense.
So they decline it as that will bring up 4th.
And I know that yardage and field position are keys to any game played, but you got to consider downs when you're talking about penalties. And they wisely did not take that one and made it 4th down.
So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. Matthew Stafford and the rest of the Rams offense set to take over once more.
And that interception that ended their previous drive likely also ended any shot they had a victory.
Yeah, long road back from here, no doubt about that one. But let's face it, if you're going to go out there and compete, you want to try and end on a strong note, don't you?
Absolutely. It won't end in a victory like you said, but they can maybe take something positive out of this one. So give them 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and that'll make it 2nd down. Now Stafford. Over the middle, that's hauled in by Cup. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. On first down, Stafford here. Incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Stafford. Higbee secures it over the middle. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. Stafford. Over the middle and complete to the tight end, Higbee. And he is going to have a Rams first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then of course they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play. And that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Here's Stafford. Looking sideline, incomplete. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Throwing again is Stafford. Throw right side, going to be caught by Higbee. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 22-yard line. To throw is Stafford. Throw left side, going to be taken in by Harris. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete. Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
On 2nd and goal, they'll give it to him again. And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. His 3rd rushing touchdown on the year, number 6 overall. And the Rams are finally into the end zone here in this 4th quarter. Well, they needed 3 scores to have any chance. There's the first of the 3 as they get into the end zone.
Yeah, Brandon, I think that our guys at Next Gen Stats in charge of the win probability are probably saying your chances still aren't great. But now, you still got more than 3 minutes to go. You got to focus on the task at hand, which is going to be getting the football back as quickly as possible.
Santos with the extra point, and the lead will be cut down to 14. A pretty long drive that time. 11 plays all told. 2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And the Cowboys are able to recover. 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
On the option, here's Elliott.
And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line.
116 yards rushing now, as he's done it on 22 carries.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
They keep on the ground with Elliott. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. It was the linebacker Leonard Floyd on the stop. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. On second down, Elliott. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. That's a good chunk of yardage. It's going to be canceled out.
And we always talk about getting yardage in the game. That's going to count as that because now it doesn't go on the books, but now they have to make that up again, don't they?
Zeke going to get it on the option.
And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. Now Elliott. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. 2nd and goal from inside the 5. From the shotgun, a give to Elliott. And he will take it in for a Cowboy score. Ezekiel Elliott, his 2nd touchdown of the night.
And the Cowboys are on their way to a 2-0 start.
Looking like they're well on their way to a 2-0 start. All smiles right now on that sideline, isn't it?
As well there should be. It's hard to win a game in the NFL. We hear it all the time. We know that it's difficult. But guess who's smiling? But inside is thinking 24-hour rule because we're going to have to play again next week.
Boss man.
Oh, without a doubt. The head coach, he wants them to feel good, but at the same time, find a way to keep improving.
Extra point put through by Boswell. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
This fielded right at the goal line. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now. And if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
2nd and 10.
Stafford gets this into the hands of the tight end Higbee. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. And the offense moving quickly to the line. And incomplete, a drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up 2nd down.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him. And after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
Stafford looks to throw again. He finds Robinson. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Throwing is Stafford. That'll be caught. It's Cup. And he's going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 15-yard line. The Rams going to be forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 18 seconds remaining. Now a 1st down throw. Stafford. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete.
And the Rams are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line.
Well, as always, partner, an extreme pleasure to share a booth with you. I have to say, I am impressed at your discipline because you came here and you said you were not going to eat any of the media buffet. You made it to the end. You didn't consume a single calorie.
I appreciate that. What you missed is me going to the concession stand outside of your eyesight and getting it done that way. Look, I mean, they were serving the good stuff. I had to do it.
Oh, man, but you're svelte, in good shape, but yeah, you cheated a little bit. We'll let it slide.
I appreciate that. Always a pleasure to work with you.
So for the Cowboys, it was a great all-around performance as they come out of this one with the victory. And they'll return home next week to take on the New York Giants. Meanwhile, for L.A., they'll fall to 1-1, and they'll be on the road next week for a matchup with the Carolina Panthers. That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter @EA Madden NFL. With that, we say good.